Your face to many watching on FanDuel TV. James Ross, formerly of the ATC, now head of racing commercial at the Hong Kong Jockey Club, has come back to town, and well, you've brought a superstar with you, James. Good to see you.
Thank you, Jason. Yeah, we certainly have, and I think it's really not only captured Hong Kong, but also captured the attention of a lot of racing fans, particularly throughout Australia and globally. Yeah, he's a sensation, and I think we're going to see something exciting today.
You made the right time to go back to Hong Kong. Of course, it's been a fascinating year, hasn't it? The rise of not only him as the world's highest rated sprinter, but also the story of him becoming involved in the Everest. I know there was a lot of interest in him after last year's Everest. Take us through how he ended up in the ATC/Hong Kong Jockey Club slot.
Yeah, it's a very interesting story. I think I'd always had my eye on being involved in the concept if the opportunity presented when I moved to the Hong Kong Jockey Club. And this horse just really started to develop throughout the season. His owner, Mr. Leung, is a fantastic sportsman. He was expressing interest. And when the opportunity presented to work with the ATC and be able to present a slot to the owner. We're very keen on representing the owner's interests and developing ownership in Hong Kong. We felt we could structure something which really suited his needs, gave him the flexibility if something happened, and we knew that we had a horse that was seriously world class. I've been going to Hong Kong for over 20 years. Perhaps we've seen Silent Witness, but I think he's a better horse than everything else from Hong Kong in the sprint capacity. So we knew we had the right horse, we knew we had the right race, we had the right owner, and we just had to put it all together.
I suppose commercially it's opened up a lot of new opportunities as well, with the partnerships between Hong Kong and Australia, the Jockey Club, and also put the Everest on a more global stage, James.
Look, it has, and the biggest thing I think we've seen is the visitation and the interest. We've got over 100 Hong Kong owners who are down here this week. They're purchasing horses, they're becoming engaged in the racing, and we have so much two-way engagement with our Hong Kong international races. And I think it's been a strong ambition of our CEO, Winfred Engelbrecht-Bregers, to develop international racing, to really make sure that it's a global sport. And fundamental to that vision is seeing horses go around the world and compete in the world's greatest races and have people follow them. And I think that's been a fantastic outcome of this, and seeing there'll be fans who will come to Hong Kong international races in December having seen the horse here. So it really completes one big fantastic circle within racing.
It does indeed, and we've seen a lot of Hong Kong interest in recent times in Australian horses through the sales, haven't we? An explosion of horses heading back to Hong Kong. So certainly seen some North American interest as well, and we're starting to see globalisation perhaps through some of our Australian sales.
We have, a number of our owners purchased horses at the Ready to Run here this week. We're strong purchasers of previously raced horses. You'll see a good record of Southern Hemisphere horses in our derbies. But, we're experiencing a fantastic period at the moment. We have Romantic Warrior, who was purchased through our international sale, being a global superstar. And we've also got Voyage Bubble, who's been, an amazing horse for a large syndicate. Some of those syndicate members are down here today supporting KA YING Rising, and he was the Triple Crown winner last year, which hasn't been done for, multiple decades. So, yeah, we're in a very fortunate space, I think, at the moment. But the view of Hong Kong owners is to be able to source quality horses. They enjoy their racing from an ownership perspective, equal to, or if not more than anywhere else in the world. And I think that's really satisfying to see. We've seen our ownership base grow by 7% this year, and we're really going to strength to strength. So, yeah, I think that's exactly what we're trying to achieve, Jason. I think we're achieving it, hopefully more so today.
Indeed. You've seen KA YING Rising all the way through this year and his build-up. How do you think he's handled himself so far, and how do you think he'll handle this big crowd here today?
Look, I think that might be our only challenge, but there are always complexities in travelling horses internationally. We're quite adamant that if the same horse that left Hong Kong turns up today, both on international ratings, his overall record of 14-2, he is a superstar sprinter. So I do hope we see the very best of him. We have one of the strongest combinations in Hong Kong racing, in David Hayes and Zach Purton, our reigning champion jockey. So we've we feel we've brought all the right ingredients. So if we see the best of KA YING Rising, if we see him at the top of the rise really extending, I think you should see something special. But we've just got to always get a little bit of luck and hope everything goes our way.
James, there'll be millions hoping that you're right. So always good to see you back here in Sydney.
Not a problem.